A very basic idea that you'll find in Jewish thought is that there is a world of thought, there is a world of communication, and there is a world of action. The Olam HaMachshava, the Olam HaDibur, and the Olam HaMaaseh. I found over the years that parallel to that, perhaps not exactly parallel, but similar, there's 4 basic steps or stages that take place in a person when going from the early arising of a desire to do something, to say something, perhaps even to think something, and until that gets down into the world, as we said before, of action, the Olam HaMaaseh. And that's as follows. We have beliefs, things that are deeply imprinted in our innermost being, in our heart, in our soul, the things that without even knowing we've absorbed since our birth, and perhaps even from before, as we were developing inside of our mother, in the womb. And those beliefs become the reference points that we look to, both consciously and even more so unconsciously or subconsciously, whenever we're beginning something, whenever we're about to do something, to say something, even to think something. And those beliefs are there. Those beliefs are installed. I've even heard a description of them called writing on our walls. The things that we refer to, the things that we reference, the beliefs, the givens, the ideas that are the most basic concepts that we live with of what's true and false, of what's right and wrong, what's good and bad. And from those beliefs we begin. We move towards what we'd like to do, to have, to get, to be. And those beliefs then descend, as if to say, into the world of thought. We have thoughts that are born out of those beliefs. If we have a belief that we are ultimately a good person, then we will have thoughts that we will think that will reinforce that belief, will reflect that belief, will mirror that belief that we're a good person, we're capable, we're trustworthy. After those thoughts are thought, when we think thoughts, we're thinking basically all the time, we then develop feelings or sensations, a level of knowing, a level of mirroring those thoughts in such a way that inside of us those thoughts pervade throughout who we are, and our body knows them, our body accepts them, our body assimilates them throughout. It's from that place that we begin to do. It's from that place that we actually then go into the world of action. Our behavior, the world of action, how we do things, what we do, and how we do it, is the direct result of how we're feeling, consciously or unconsciously. If we're feeling good, we will behave a certain way. If we're not feeling well, we're not feeling good, we'll behave a different way. If we're feeling positive about ourselves, then our actions that we will produce from there, consciously or unconsciously, will be actions that will reinforce how we feel about ourselves. Obviously, the tendency in those actions is to create results that will be good. And the loop goes back. The good results will reinforce the belief that we're good, the thoughts that we think that come from a belief that we are good, the feelings that we feel when we feel that we are good, and the activities that we carry out in that state of feeling good will be good actions, actions that will bring to good. If the opposite be the case, we don't feel that we are good, the thoughts that we will think will be negative, the feelings that we will feel will be negative, the actions that we will take, mostly unconsciously, for no conscious person is going to do something to be negative towards themselves or negative towards others, but unconsciously we will produce actions and reactions that will be negative towards ourselves, negative towards others, and there's our loop. We will definitely produce negative results. We'll see in the world that we're living in our world, through our perception, negativity, and that negativity will just again tell us that in fact it's true. What I know deeply and believe in, that I'm not worthy, that I'm not good, is true. Proof, look what's going on here in my life. Something to keep in mind. Study this loop. Beliefs give birth to thoughts. Thoughts produce feelings and sensations inside of ourself, in our body, in our spiritual, emotional self, which ultimately give rise and produce the actions and the activities that we involve ourselves in, which create the results that we live in. If we want to make a change, we have to begin at the top. We have to begin with shifting our beliefs, with changing our beliefs, looking at a different set of ideas with which to live in, which will then begin a new chapter, which will begin a different set of thoughts, which will create different feelings, which will, of course, create different actions and different results.